Welcome to Lux Research and our Innovator Leader Profile. Today, we have the pleasure and privilege of speaking with the president of TDK Ventures, Nicolas Sauvage. Nicolas, welcome. Thank you very much for your time. We're really excited to have you here on our show.
Thank you, Marisa, for having me today.
There's some aspiring leaders listening to you talk about leadership. What would be some recommendations or advice you would give them?
Well, so I have a very strong bias on decision making. So I've studied decision making, I'm teaching decision making. So
Oh,
whenever
really?
I have a chance of a group of 20 to 40 people, I have a 2 hours decision making training that I give that I think change their lives because if you can make a little better decision in your life or at work, it will have exponential impact for you, either with your family, your friends, or even your career. So I like to think about how can we make better decisions, and I tried in TDK Ventures to set processes that drives better decisions. And of course, VC is very different from corporations because we live under different laws. If you think about corporations, they live under the distribution law, which means that most of the project will do well. Very, very few will do badly and never exceptionally well, basically. It's all kind of condensed. And if you think about the quality of the management team, it's how much will shift to the right, which means that more and more projects will do better. That's basically what corporations have to do. And the reason is very simple, is they would be penalized by swinging for the fence. They need predictability, and predictability doesn't come with making big bets, very high risk, very high reward. This is totally the opposite for VC. In VC, we live under a law of high uncertainty. Many of the startups will not make it. Extremely few will do extremely well. And that's what is called the power law. And so if you think about it from a portfolio, you can manage the risk as a portfolio level, because even though many will not make it, which basically means you lose 1x, some of them will do 3x to 5x, and hopefully you get a few which are fund returners, which will do a 50x or 100x. And that means that you need to have a decision-making process that allows for making bets where someone has high conviction when no one else believes, which means you cannot drive for processes that favor consensus, while that's true and probably favorable for corporations. And so I think for leaders, your question back to leaders is, think about your decision making in the context of your organization. Are you an organization that needs predictability? Are you an organization that needs extremely high returns for some, but not all of the investments? And how do you make sure the team understands the decision-making process?
That is a great way to end our conversation today. I want to thank you. Decision making is near and dear to my heart. I am very much a believer in fact-based decision making and taking the influence out, which is very hard to do. So it's a great advice. It was really fascinating listening and learning, and really appreciate your time. Thank you, Nicolas.
No, thank you, Marisa. It was a really good conversation.